Have you ever noticed how your mind refuses to stay in one place? One month you're obsessed with learning a skill, the next a completely different idea pulls you in. And no matter how hard you try, choosing just one thing feels wrong. Not boring, not limiting. Wrong. So you start asking yourself uncomfortable questions. Why can't I focus like others? Why does everyone else seem settled while I keep changing direction? And then society gives you a label: unfocused, inconsistent, a jack of all trades. You've heard the quote, jack of all trades, master of none. But what they never finish saying is the most important part. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than a master of one. That second half disappears for a reason, because the world only rewards people who pick one identity early and stay inside it forever. So when your mind keeps pulling you toward different skills, ideas, and paths, you assume something is broken. But psychology suggests something else. Many of them did try committing to one thing. They focused. They cut distractions. They followed the productivity rules. At first, it felt disciplined, even motivating. But then something unexpected happened. On days when the work was light or when progress slowed, they didn't feel relaxed. They felt guilty, not lazy, guilty, like they weren't doing enough, like freedom itself meant they were wasting potential. Their mind wanted motion, variety, stimulation. So when they sat with only one task for too long, it felt unnatural, almost empty, not because they lacked drive, but because their motivation system wasn't built for narrow focus all day, every day. That tension between wanting structure and craving range is what pushed them back toward multiple interests. Not comfort, not escape, but relief. Now here's where things quietly got worse. Your phone, especially if you're trying to build something, content, a business, a creative career. You scroll and see someone in a completely different niche, winning, more views, more money, more momentum, and your brain does something subtle but dangerous. It doesn't say, that's their path. It says, maybe I should do that too. So curiosity turns reactive. Exploration turns into comparison. You're no longer choosing interests because they fit you. You're chasing whatever looks like proof you're not falling behind. That's digital conditioning in its simplest form. Too many outcomes, too little context, too much pressure to be everything at once, and suddenly having many interests feels like a flaw instead of a trait. Here's the part most people miss. Some minds feel secure by going deep into one thing. Other minds feel secure by knowing they have options. Neither is superior. They're just different strategies for dealing with uncertainty. But when an old system tells explorers they're defective, people start turning their own curiosity into self-doubt. Those unfinished projects weren't failures. They were information. They showed you how you learn, what energizes you, what doesn't last, what combinations feel natural to your thinking. And if you stop panicking long enough to see that, your many interests stop looking like chaos. They start looking like a pattern. So if this video felt personal, let this land. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're not wasting your potential. You just don't fit into a world that only respects one shape of mind. And that's okay. If this helped you see yourself more clearly, like the video. And if you know someone who constantly questions why they can't just pick one thing, share this with them. Sometimes understanding is enough to quiet the noise.